Bitcoin is currently breaking out. If you want to find out more, stay with me, because are you too late or are you still quite early? The question is, are you about to take the red pill, the blue pill, or the orange pill? If you're doing the orange pill, make sure you smash that thumbs up video on the video down below, and let's dive right in. Welcome back to the Crypto Bliss community. Thank you for being here with me once again. You can see I've been pursuing videos for you over the last couple days. So thank you for being here. Thanks for watching, and let's dive right in. So of course, there is so much news out there in this incredible world. Now, I just want to share with you, shout out to Altcoin Daily. There's a chart here behind my head that is somewhat a little bit more updated than what this is at this point, which I actually do agree with based on some of the findings and the research. So let's delve right in. Bitcoin at $2 trillion, gold at $16 trillion. We know already that gold is at $22.5 trillion. You would know that if you have been subscribed to the channel and watching my content. Art is 18, cars and collectibles 6 trillion, total global asset 900 trillion, equities 115, real estate 330, bonds 300, and money 120. So interesting, right? Let's have a look at the updated version. The updated version says as follows: Bitcoin at $2 trillion, gold at $22 trillion, arts, cars, and collectibles about $27 trillion. Total global asset value has now increased in the last 2 years by 100 trillion, according to the two videos. The two images, right? Equities at 135 trillion, real estate at 370, bonds at 318, money at 129. If we have a look here, we can see that the global assets are growing at a total of an average of 6%, but yet Bitcoin continues to be the fierce leader in all of that at an average of 120% annual growth rate. Okay. In 2023, Bitcoin was sitting at $400 billion assets. Okay. It is now sitting at 1.9, call it $2 trillion in 2025. Amazing and incredible growth. Gold has gone from $12 trillion in 23 to now 22, nearly $23 trillion in 2025, and so on and so forth. And as you can see here, we've increased in all. But the worst and most ridiculous performing here is, of course, money, or cash. Okay, because real money is actually Bitcoin. Fiat money or cash at this moment is all of the paper fiat, all of the currencies around the world. Okay, that's not real money. That's just currency. So that should actually be currency. Really is kind of floating around. So you ask yourself, how on earth can the world's $129 trillion worth of currency, okay, be funding the remainder of technically all of this? Where is that leverage coming from? Well, my friends, if you didn't know, banks can leverage infinitely now. They used to have a 1-to-10 lend out ratio. I'm just using basic English here for the community. Please, it's very important to understand that previously we saw 1-to-10 lending ratios, but banks can now do whatever they like. But here's the difference between banks who bank all of this stuff here and Bitcoin down here in this tiny little corner that could potentially absolve an exceptional amount of liquidity out of these global assets. And my friends, we're talking about 1,000 trillion, which is a quadrillion. Okay. And this is why. Because banks are closed all weekend. I know that they would like to get it right and trade all weekend, but Bitcoin truly is the leader in all of that and is open 24/7, 365. Doesn't matter who's doing what's happening across the world. It operates 24/7. And that, my friends, is real power in value in the world. You can access it at any time you want, you need, etc. It never closes, never sleeps, it continues, and it's absorbing that massive liquidity out of the global asset value. if you like that, let me know down in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts, my beautiful community. For now, we already know if you've been you would see I'm saying hurry yay, because we're getting excited about what's about to happen. You truly have limited time left, okay? Bitcoin is going to explode. Altcoins are about to explode, and it's coming soon. So, have a look here. Shout out to Crypto Mustache, El Crypto Prof. Accumulation, reaccumulation, explosion. Bear market. Accumulation, reaccumulation, explosion. Altcoin market cap is coming very soon, my friends. More evidence is here. Others BTC chart on the weekly. Altcoin season 3.0 is coming, is loading. First altcoin season 2017, bam! Second altcoin season, bam! Third altcoin season, rocket launch here, my friends. We're also creating higher lows, okay, and higher highs, essentially, which means that we'll continue to see altcoins thrive. We'll continue to see altcoins explode and gain traction as digital assets become the norm in operating all global assets. And that's why I started my video with showing you the total global assets, because that is coming into digital asset control. The entire market is about to explode. Of course, the Ethereum US dollars chart is telling us when we explode, okay, we start to see all crypto explode, because Ethereum is essentially the altcoin leader. Bitcoin is the king of crypto, but Ethereum is the altcoin leader. And I hope you pay respects to that, because as you can see here, we have three little tippity tops in this accumulation zone. We have two little baselines, boom, baseline. We have this little dip down to squeeze out liquidity on shorts that, on longs that put their stop losses right underneath there. So this was a liquidity hunt for those stop losses. But once that's out of the way, which I do believe it is now, we will see a massive move up. I mean, I don't know, according to this particular chart, we could see Ethereum up at $40,000 plus. I don't think so personally, but hey, anything can go in this cycle, considering we have the most amount of liquidity position ready from institutions. BlackRock has accumulated 500 million worth of Ethereum. It's like 1.6 million Ethereum in the last 10 days. My friends, you are just not ready. You have to be positioned. And if you want to be positioned, then make sure to use my Bybit link down below, because this is why Bitcoin is currently breaking out. Okay, Bitcoin is breaking out of my down sloping trend. Have a very close look at this. Okay, we had a massive rejection down here. I did speak about that. A kind of railway candle, a retest on that zone, failed. A retest on that zone, failed. And we now hit the bottom of the Bollinger Band. But the cool thing is that we pull back up and we're now hitting the railway candles on the opposite direction. That is also massive support on the 200 moving average right here, which is the blue line here. Not only that, we also are breaking through the center line of the Bollinger Band. And once we break through the center line on the Bollinger Band, my friends, have a look here. It's just so important. As we break through the center line, yes, we may hodl a little bit, but we get a rally to the pump. That's just as simple as that. And if I show you M2 liquidity just now, you'll see that even further. So for now, you can see the Bollinger Band is going to tightly squeeze within the range of 100,000 to 112,000. That just is what it is right now. So until we close a couple candles above here and we shoot this Bollinger Band up, it just is what it is. For now, my friends, we're breaking out of this downsloping trend. We're breaking out of the median zone of the horizontal, or the median of the Bollinger Band. And we're also breaking through the level of where the majority of the resistance currently was at the previous all-time high a couple months ago in December, January. Okay, We are preparing for the next move up. And if you still don't see it, whew, my friends, I don't know what I can do for you, but I can tell you, you can use my Bybit link down below. Without it being financial advice, you can get up to $30,000 deposit bonus, and you can hook up some trades like I am. My Bitcoin trade, I keep adding to it. I keep showing you that I keep adding to it. I've now gotten a very tiny little, tiny little XRP trade, but that's up 35%. I continue to add more to my Ethereum trade. As I say, my trades are all in the green now. So if you've been subscribed to the Crypto Bliss community, you would have seen this. You would have positioned yourself, just like I have, ready to make massive gains on the explosions we are about to experience. If you love that, make sure you're subscribed, please. So, like Mr. Michael Saylor says here, Bitcoin is going to 100 trillion. And honestly, if we do end up hitting $100 trillion on Bitcoin, have a squeeze at what that looks like. Here's the $100 trillion on Bitcoin. That literally gives us a 65x on Bitcoin, the number one asset in the entire world, my friends. Okay, 65x. It takes us to a potential of, we need one Bitcoin here. It takes us to a potential of about $5 million per Bitcoin. Could that happen? I don't know. Could that happen by 2030? If we're at $2 trillion now, that's a 50x technically to the $100 trillion level, right? Let me know about your thoughts down in the comments below.
For our family, real estate's always been the bedrock of wealth creation. It's tangible, it's physical, we love it, you can see it, you can feel it, it has energy. But really, here's the thing, guys, for the first time, there's another asset that has energy. There's another new digital asset that's revolutionary, right? One that consumes energy, one has life, and one that really has potential to be more powerful than anything that we've ever seen before. Just like real estate, obviously Bitcoin's scarce. There's only 21 million. I don't need to tell anybody in this room that. Name another commodity that's capped. Name another commodity that as prices go up, it's not further exploited. Guys, if gold ever went to $20,000, you'd be tearing down this building. You'd be looking in the concrete pillars over there. You'd be trying to mine gold. You'd be changing the supply dynamics. With Bitcoin, you can't. With Bitcoin's supply is capped. That scarcity, that hard limit, it makes it incredibly valuable, especially as these assets are being purchased in the billions. That's why you see the price skyrocket the way it is. But unlike real estate, Bitcoin's not tied to geography. It's global. It's instantly liquid. Try selling this convention center to a REIT right now. I'll see you in 2 years. Try going out and selling a big office building. It will take you 18 months to do. At the end of it, you're going to want to shoot yourself in frustration. Think about the complement to hard assets that Bitcoin is, right? It's instantly liquid. You can buy or sell it while literally having dinner with your wife or your husband or whoever it might be. It's borderless. It can be transferred. It can be sold. It can be moved with a click of a button. It's a global currency. It doesn't rely on traditional banking systems. It's not subject to the corrupt governments that we talked about before. We see them all over the world. There's corruption everywhere. There's no banks. There's no lawyers. There's no title agencies. There's no brokerage commissions. There's no middlemen. You don't need any of this to operate, to buy, sell. You don't need it to build. And that's why Bitcoin is such an unbelievable asset. Bitcoin and crypto, guys, they truly has the ability to change the world. It has the ability to disrupt traditional banking systems in the biggest way, which really have been controlled by far too few. And I might be speaking against our own interest. We probably did better in that world than anyone. But Bitcoin is inclusive. It gives everybody the opportunity around the world to participate in ways that they never otherwise would have thought, no matter of their wealth, no matter of their location, the geography.
So as you can see, Mr. Eric Trump really says that Bitcoin is the number one asset. I showed you that in the CAGR section just now. So it outperforms real estate. It outperforms everything else. The point that he is making is that there is no second best, okay? Yes, property earns you monthly dividends and cash income, but there are ways for that to come about in Bitcoin now too. So, which is the best asset? I'd love to hear your thoughts down below. For now, Coinbase have just released a new Bitcoin commercial. This is an absolute must watch.
In 2012, you need 30,000 Bitcoin to buy this house. decade later, it had only cost you 20 Bitcoin. And today, it could be yours for 5. If home prices keep falling in Bitcoin, why do they keep rising in dollars?
Now, I believe you need somewhat more evidence based on that video. I think it was a very well illustrated video. And here is the irrefutable evidence that actually, since 2016, it took you 664 Bitcoin to buy a house that was valued at $288,000. In 2020, you could use 45 Bitcoin to, or 328,000. That's 4 years later, and the house costs like 50,000 more. In 2024, the house costs nearly, well, it's more than 100K more, but you can now buy it with 6 Bitcoin. My friend, what would you like to own? Would you like to own the Bitcoin that's appreciating in dollars? Plus, you can buy more house with the Bitcoin the further we go down the line like this. Maybe in 2030, you're going to see half a Bitcoin. Who knows right now? But we're on the trajectory where you need to use less Bitcoin or more dollars to buy the same house. It makes more sense to have the Bitcoin, right? So, my friends, I love to say it. So, my friends, I love to say this right now. Bitcoin is currently ranked the 6th asset at $2.1 trillion. We don't have very much more to go to get and chew past all of these here. Double where we're at today takes us beyond Nvidia and puts us second to gold. Do we see, because basically it takes Bitcoin to go from 100K to $1 million right now to get us past the gold market cap. Do we do that this cycle or not? Now here's one last chart I want to share with you. The total crypto market cap has broken out. It's retested on the 10 moving average while they're all moving up, opening and moving up. We're bouncing off of here. The same thing with Ethereum right now. And this is only the daily, my friends. We're getting ready to break through. This is a bull flag pattern unfolding right here. Bitcoin right now is massively exploding. A huge doji candle closed right back in the bear flag here. The doji candle tells us we're going up. Are we going up? I'd like for you to decide. I'd love for you to let me know down in the comments below. Thank you for being here with me, and make sure you're subscribed to the Crypto Bliss community. We'll see you on the next one.